Welcome. My name is Kelly and Maxwell is here with us, live streaming in Brentwood, Tennessee, wherever you are right now. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being a part of participating in this yoga session this morning, and I hope everyone is well. Today's class is about hip opening, shoulder opening, so emphasis there. In all yoga classes, it's about opening most of the body, areas of the body, but in this class in particular, we'll focus on the shoulders and the hips, and you'll see in certain poses where we move our limbs and angle the joints differently than in other classes, or in traditional poses for yoga. So get comfortable, get into something comfortable, and have your mat placed, and we'll get started. I have some blocks, and if you have blocks, use them. You may find them useful in this particular class. And then also, if you have a blanket, you can, if you have like sore knees or difficulty being on your knees on the floor or on your mat, then have a blanket nearby so you can prop the blanket under your knees, because we will be on our knees a bit. All right, so let's start by warming up on your back just for a little bit, warming up the core, some core work, and creating some heat. It's 8:02, so welcome if you're just now joining. My name is Kelly, and again, this is Maxwell, and let's begin practice. So reach your arms overhead and stretch, and then reach your legs out long and stretch. How's that, Maxwell? Reach arms over and stretch your legs. Point your toes, point your fingers, or reach the fingers. Good. Now place your left foot on the floor and your right, grab your hands around the shin of your right knee and rotate your right foot. Make sure the back of your head is flat on the floor. Rotate the foot both directions. And then hold the right knee and extend the left leg out straight. And use your left hand, press the thigh down so the leg lengthens, calf on the floor preferably, so you get a nice stretch in that leg. And we're just going to lightly bring this leg across the body to the other side. Reach your right arm over to the right for just a modified twist. The modification being that you're not reaching the knee all the way over to the floor. Keep your shoulders on the floor. And then lift up and rotate the knee out and around. So opening up the hip joint. And then rotate the opposite direction. Use your hand to guide the movement. And then place your right foot on the floor and bring your left knee in. Bring it all the way in. Feel the lower back settle down on the floor. Shoulder blades spread and flattened on the mat. Good. Now rotate your left foot both directions. Ankle joint. And then extend out your right leg all the way out. Heel pressing to the floor, but make sure your calf is on the floor. Use your right hand and you can gently press the thigh down. So lengthening that leg. Stretching out your hip flexors on the right side. Hamstring, hip on the left side. Use your right hand, guide the knee across the body to the other side. And relax the shoulders and turn your gaze, if you will. Breathing. So the knee over in front of the hip to the side, and then start to lift up, settle your lower back onto the floor, and rotate your knee. So rotating at the hip joint. Rotate the other way. Good. Now, Bring both knees into your chest, lower back on the floor. Flex your feet and then point your toes. Flex your feet and point your toes. Extend both legs up straight. Reach your hands around behind your hamstrings and pull your legs in as close to your body as you can. Keep your lower back on the floor. So stay right there. Flex your feet. Reach up and grab your calves and squeeze the calves. And I'm just going to do a quick check. You guys stay right here with your legs straight up. Yep. All right. Then bend your knees 90 degrees. Bring your hands behind your ears and shoulder blades, keep them on the floor right here. And we'll start by just tapping the right toes to the floor and lift up your knees side by side. And then left toes. And then lift up. Okay, so then bring your awareness or your focus to your lower back. Press the lower back into the floor and then tap your toes. So there's your abs being engaged while you're tapping. And you need that. You need your abs to support the lower back. So you're alternating tapping your toes right and then left, but continue to press the lower back into the floor. We're working the core. Tap and tap. And so then try to tap a little bit further away from the glutes. Lower back pressed into the floor. That makes it harder. And then maybe you can extend the legs straight. One goes down and one goes up. One leg goes up, one leg goes down, and then switch. And then switch. The other thing is you can place your hands right here on the floor to support the back. Hands just slightly underneath your hips. And then you can scissor the legs again. Making it more difficult, of course. Hands behind the ears and then lift the shoulders. And looking out. Chin off your chest. Do that 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend your knees. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. And then bring your knees together and then switch. Knees together and then switch. Flex and then point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Knees together, extension. Knees together, extension. So lead coming across. Think about leading with the shoulder, even though you're bringing your elbow over and touching. Do that for 15 more seconds. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. 5 more seconds. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and 1 more exhale. Place your feet on the floor, rock the knees to the right and to the left. And roll over to the side or roll straight up. And you're going to come to face the mat on your hands and your knees. And if you have a blanket, you can place the blanket underneath your knees like this. Tuck your toes. So your feet are on the other side of the blanket, your hands, if you have a blanket. Hands on the floor, lift your knees and reach your arms, stretch your back right here. So my heels are up off of the floor, by the way. So it's not a malasana squat. Heels are slightly raised. Now bring the hands in front of your feet and lift the hips up and fold over. Let your head drop all the way, relax your shoulders. Then place the hands at the shins, lengthening the head forward. Crown of the head reaches. Exhale, fold. Place the hands on the floor, knees on the floor or on the blanket. And inhale and reach your arms up. Stretch the front body, the flexors, the hips. Look up, little back bend right there. Exhale, your hands behind your head. Stretching the shoulders, hands behind in reverse prayer position. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your hands to the floor or beside your knees. Lift your knees up. Shift. Lift the same thing, folding over, straightening the legs, crown of the head reaches towards the floor. Then lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. This time, let's stand. So you place your hands at your hip creases and lift all the way up. Straightening the spine. Inhale, reach your arms. Good. Exhale, bring your hands to the hip creases again. Press into the hip creases, fold over. Crown of the head reaches towards the floor. Hands to your shins. Lengthen the head forward. Hands on the mat or blanket. Knees to the floor. Same thing. And then stand on your shins. Inhale. Reach up. Good. Exhale. Hands to the mat. Lift your knees. Set your heels down. Straighten the legs. Folding over. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale, place your hands on the hip creases. Press just lightly into the hip creases as you stand tall. Inhale and reach up. Stretch the arms overhead. Excellent. Exhale your hands to your heart. So right here. Walk to the front of your mat. And so if you have a blanket, just keep it there. Lift up your right leg. Stand and balance for a moment. Rotate your foot. One direction, and then rotate the other way. And now let your knee go and extend the leg back behind you. And go ahead and lower your knee all the way down. So shift the hips forward. Keep your toes tucked under back there. Inhale and reach your arms up. Turn your palms facing forward. Then bring the hands behind the head. And then hover the hands behind the head. Don't touch. Elbows reaching behind, reaching back. Inhale and reach your arms up. And then sweep the arms to your sides so your palms are facing forward. Now turn your palms facing back. And then reach the hands, hovering behind the lower back. Palms facing away, elbows back. Shoulder opener. That forward knee, right over the ankle. Now reach the fingertips down and reach up. Inhale. And then exhale, your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Good. Now place your hands on the floor. We're going to step forward with your right leg. Fold. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Now inhale. Press into the hip creases. Lift all the way up. Standing tall. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Lift up your left leg and balance. Shoulders rolled back. Flex your foot. Grab your knee. Maybe you do a couple of rotations. Good. Now bring your left leg back. Knee to the floor. Inhale and reach. Turn your palms forward. So get your hips right first, you guys. Your hips need to shift forward. So you're on the forward part of the knee, kneecap. Bring the hands, so hands facing, palms facing forward. Bring the hands behind the head. Don't touch the head though. Just have your hands hovering. Elbows draw back. Good. Inhale and reach up. Arms to your sides, palms still facing forward. But then rotate, turn your palms facing back, and then hover the hands behind your lower back. Elbows pull back. Good. Now reach, bring it up, and then bring your hands to your heart. Excellent. Hands to the floor. Step forward, fold. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Reach up. Going right into that standing balancing with your right knee up. You can grab your knee if you want to. And bring your knee to the side. Place your foot on your inner thigh, tree pose, right side. Bring your hands to your heart, shoulders rolled back. Go ahead and reach your arms, bring it up, and then out to the side. So hold your arms to the side to rotate your palms facing down. Then bring your right knee forward. Everybody balance. Shift your chest forward as you extend the right leg back. Go ahead and set your foot down behind you, crescent pose. Bring your knee down. Inhale and reach up. So same thing, this time we're gonna add a half split. Exhale, your hands behind your head, palms facing forward. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, rotate your palms facing behind, facing rear. Bring the hands behind, elbows, draw back. Good. Now, reach your hands for the mat and shift your hips back. Flex your foot in the front for half split pose. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your chest towards your thigh. Walk your hands towards your heel. Breathe in, breathe out. Draw under that left hip. Place your foot flat. We're going to do something different or add on to this. So your hips are shifted forward. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands on the inside of your foot. And you can use a block right here. It's super useful. Like that. Or hand on the floor. You're going to shift your right shin in. Or right foot in. Keep this knee over your ankle. This arm here. Reach the right arm up. So press that knee into your elbow or your arm and your arm into your knee, reaching up and then maybe over the ear. Good. Relax the neck and shoulders. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in and then exhale. Bring that foot behind you again. Walk the hands on either side of your foot. Flex on the front, the left foot. For Ardha Hanumasana or split pose, and you're pressing your toes into the floor. Inhale, the right toes, exhale, lower. Place your foot, hands beside your foot, step forward, fold, lengthen the head, and stand tall. Inhale and reach your arms up, second side, bring your hands to your heart, lift up your left leg, grab your knee to the side, foot to the inner thigh. Standing tall, shoulders back, get your balance, abs in, reach your arms up and to the side for balance. Turn your palms facing down and then you lift your knee. Extend that leg as you tip the chest forward. Bring it back. Set your foot down and then the knee down. Inhale and reach your arms up. Bring your hands behind your head, hovering back, elbows pulling back, drawing back. Inhale and reach up. Bring the arms to your sides and then turn your palms, rotate, hands facing rear. Good. Reach back and to the side and reach your arms up. Ardha Hanumasana. So bring your hands down for your blocks or the floor. Flex your foot in the front. Inhale. Exhale, lower your chest towards the thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Now place your foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then exhale, place the hands on the inside of your foot. And you can, if you have a block right here, it's the right hand on the block. Then turn your left foot in. So you've turned the shin perpendicular to your right foot. So it's kind of it's a heel to knee alignment if you see that. Hand on the block or the floor, reach the left arm up, and then maybe bring the arm over the ear. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, look up, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Now look down, place your hand on the floor, extend the leg out straight again, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your knee. Actually, don't do that. Shift your hips back again for Ardha Hanumasana half split pose. Lift your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now place your foot flat. Let's now step forward. Bring the hands together behind your back. Clasp your fingers, reach the knuckles away, and fold over. So draw in the navel, or just below the navel. You'll get a little more length. Move the shoulders away from the ears, intentionally or consciously. Breathing in and reach those arms away from you, the palms away from you. Move the arms towards the body, unclasp your hands, slide the hands down the back of your legs, lengthen the head forward, exhale, fold, inhale, and reach all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. So standing at the front of your mat, bring your feet closer together, inhale, chair pose. So I don't know if you guys saw in the description, we're not going to do any chaturangas in this class today. So we're going to build some heat and warm up with no chaturangas. No need for them always. Exhale, fold. Lengthen your head forward. Plant your hands. Exhale, step your right leg back and your left leg downward facing dog. Push the floor away. Look back, you guys. So let's talk about downward facing dog for a moment. Shift forward into plank. So here you're in plank pose. Press the hands into the floor, fingertips. Set your knees down if you need to. But then lift right back up into downward facing dog. But don't move your hands and don't move your feet. So it may feel like it's long and difficult, but the length of your plank to a downward facing dog is the length, the space that you need. And this allows for space in the lumbar spine mainly. If your feet are closer to your hands, it can crank your lower back, or it's just not enough space. So a longer downward facing dog is better for the lower back. Inhale and lift your right leg up. And turn your toes out and bend your knee. So we're going to do similar poses, but lifting or bringing it up a level. Extend the leg straight. Now, bring the knee in towards your nose, but then start to shift at the same time. Look between the thumbs and bring your foot between your hands. So if you can't do that, then use your hand to assist the foot coming forward. Keep the left knee bent slightly and reach your arms up into a crescent pose with that back knee slightly bent. Same thing as what we did before. Bring the hands behind the head, opening the front of the chest. Abs in, inhale and reach your arms up. Bring the arms to your sides and then turn your palms rear. Bring the elbows back. Good. Abs in, inhale and reach up. One more time, hands behind. Now straighten the back leg and let's do reaching up, arms behind, turn your palms back, hands behind the lower back, elbows back, straighten that back leg. Excellent. Reach up, inhale, and set your left heel down, warrior two. So in warrior two, so this hip point faces out to the side, right? So you want the back foot, the left foot at an angle so that you're comfortable there. If you're up here with your knee bent or not so bent, it's okay. The key thing here with your forward knee is to have your knees track to your knee track towards your toes. So you don't want to dip your knee in or extend the leg out. So insist or force your knee to be over your ankle or tracking to your toes, reaching your arms and looking forward over the front hand. And warrior two. Now straighten the forward leg, reverse warrior. Feel the front body stretch as you lean the shoulders back, or the side body stretch. Good. And now sweep your arms back to warrior two. All right, make a fist with your right hand, but grab your thumb. All right, straight wrist, so don't bend your wrist. Straight wrist. Turn your palm facing back. Then bring your elbow, or bend your elbow, bring your hand behind your lower back, like that. All right, so then lean forward, touch the top of your thigh, and then try to move the elbow to the inside of your leg and reach the left arm up and then over your ear. So pressing the arm into the leg into the arm, look up, hip opener, shoulders, breathing in and out. One more breath, inhale, exhale. Now lift your chest first and then move the hand out, re-rotate the palm forward, reach your right hand, palm facing up, straighten your forward leg, reverse triangle. Good. And now sweep your hands over, place your hands on the floor, set your knee down, Ardha Hanumasana. Flex your foot. Put your foot flat. Walk your hand on the inside of your right leg, press into the floor, shift the leg underneath you, and then you want to draw the hip underneath you, reach the left arm up and over your ear. Good. Excellent. Now sweep your hand down for the floor. Ardha Hanumasana again, half split. And put your foot flat. Place your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your left knee up. Push into the floor. Slide. Actually, slightly bend your left knee. Now slide the right foot out. Downward facing dog. So just a little trick to get your leg back from that position into downward dog. Left leg, inhale. Turn your toes out and then bend your knee. Push the floor away. Extend the leg straight. And look forward, bend your knee. Bring your knee in towards your nose. Place your foot between your hands. Set your knee down. Then lift the knee, stabilize, pressing into the forward foot, the back foot. Inhale with your knee slightly bent in the right leg. You can keep that slight bend. Bring your hands behind your head, palms facing forward, look forward. Inhale and reach up. Bring the hands behind, palms facing back. Bring the hip back, knee over your ankle. Inhale and reach up. Hands behind, elbows point to the rear. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, arms to your sides, palms facing rear. Good. Inhale and reach and set your heel down. Arms forward and back, warrior two. So check out your knee over your ankle. Don't let the knee dip in. You want to open up, externally rotating at the hip. Draw under this left hip, reaching and looking over the front hand. Reverse triangle pose. So straighten the forward leg. Draw the shoulder back. And then inhale, warrior two. Make a fist with the left hand. Grab the thumb. And then you're going to rotate, turn the palm back, then reach the knuckles behind the lower back, and then tip the elbow towards the thigh. And then try to grab the elbow on the inside of the leg, just slightly. Reach the arm up and over the ear. And then look out, relax the shoulder. Draw under the hip, breathing in and out. Inhale, reaching the right arm to the rear, move the hand out, reach forward, turn your palm up, reverse triangle. Good, now sweep it over, bend your knee, bring your hands down to the floor, set your knee down, and look forward, shift back, Ardha Hanumasana. Place your foot flat, walk your hands on the inside of your foot. Bring the left or the right leg out. You can tuck your toes under right here. Hand on the inside of your ankle. Reach the right arm up. Draw under that left hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale and reach up. And all the way over. Hands on either side of your foot. So listen to my cue. This is important. Press into the floor. Lift your right knee. But keep that right knee slightly bent. So you're kind of hovering right here in this lunge position. Then lift your left foot up, downward facing dog. Press the floor away. Good job. Inhale, lift your right leg up.
Turn your toes out. So we're going to go through the same thing on one breath per move, or trying to stick to that. Turn your toes out and bend your knee, opening up the hip. Now, if you want to, you can rotate at the ankle joint or find a spot on the floor and flip this over. So if you flip this over, place your foot even, or the ball of the foot, and then reach the left arm up and over the ear, opening the pelvis and the shoulder. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Inhale, right leg goes up high, 3-limb dog. Knee in towards your nose, but then shift forward, look between your hands, set your foot. Bent knee, crescent pose or lunge. Inhale, up. Hands behind the head. Elbows draw back. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, arms to your side. Turn your palms rear, hands behind the back. Now straighten the back leg. Inhale and reach up. Set your left heel down, warrior two. Reverse triangle, straighten the forward leg. Look up. And then exhale, warrior two. Make a fist, grab your thumb, turn your palm back, reach behind, and then point your elbow, or bring the elbow down, arm up and over your ear, look up. Inhale, reaching forward and back, turn your palm, straight leg in the front, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your forward knee, hands on the inside of your right foot. Turn your left heel up, knee down, and then flex your foot in the front. Flat back. Set your foot down. Hand right here, turn your foot in so that shin is perpendicular to your forward foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands on either side of your foot. Keep your left knee bent, lift up, slide, and extend back 3, or downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale up, turn your toes out and bend your knee. Rotate at the ankle joint, and if you want to, flip this over. If you do that, lift the hips, press into the hand, firm your body, abs, everything contracting. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Good. Now start to bring the knee in as you exhale. Set your foot between your hands. Keep your right knee bent and reach up. Hands behind your head. Lengthen or straighten the right leg. Inhale, reach. Bring your hands behind and palms facing rear. Shoulders back. Our elbows drawing back. Inhale and reach up. Now set your right heel down into warrior two. Straighten the forward leg, reverse triangle. And then warrior two. Go ahead and make a fist, grab the thumb, turn the palm back, reach the hand, and then elbow down, reach up and over. Breathe. Press into your feet, draw that left hip under. Good, now reach your right arm back and extend the left arm, palm up, reverse triangle. Exhale, sweep the hands on the inside of your foot. Set your knee down, Ardha Hanumasana. And then set your foot down flat and sweep the right foot in. Left hand on the inside of your leg. Press that knee in, press the elbow, reach the arm up and over. Inhale and reach. Hands to the floor. Turn your foot back. Hands on either side. Lift up. Keep the right knee bent slightly and then lift that foot, downward facing dog. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, reach your right leg up and then turn your toes. Bend your knee. Rotate at the ankle joint. Flip this over if you would like to. On an exhale, and then inhale as you lift the hips and reach the arm over the ear. And then as you exhale, untwist. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee in towards your nose and set your foot down on the floor. Beautiful. Inhale, bent knee, crescent pose. Bring the hands behind your head. Draw your elbows back. Inhale and reach, and then bring the hands down to your sides, back behind, elbows back. Inhale and reach. And then straighten the back leg. Set your heel down, warrior two. Reverse triangle.
look up, and then exhale. Grab your thumb, fist, hand behind, elbow comes down, arm over the ear, lengthen through the sides. Inhale, turn your palm up, reverse triangle. Exhale, hands to the floor on the inside of your foot. Set your knee down, look forward, Ardha Hanumasana. Exhale, plant your foot. Knee on the outside of your arm, your shoulder. Press your hand into the floor. Turn your foot in, leg in. Inhale, reach up and over your ear. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, your hand to the floor. Here's where we go back to downward facing dog. So hand on the other side. Lift your knee. Keep that knee slightly bent and lift the right foot up. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Turn your toes out. You can rotate at the ankle joint as you bend the knee, or after you bend the knee, flip this over. Lift your hips up and over the ear with the arm. Look up. Good. Exhale, your hand to the floor. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring the knee in and shift forward. Plant your foot between your hands. Right knee bent slightly. Crescent pose. Bring the arms. Get your balance. Arms up. Pressing into your feet. Extend the right leg straight. Reach up. Arms to your sides. Turn your palms rear. Shoulders back. Good. Now, set your heel down. Arms forward and back. Turn your left palm up. Reverse triangle. Straighten that forward leg. Bend your knee. Warrior two. Make a fist. Reach the hand behind. And then elbow down. Reach up and over. Draw the shoulder back. Good. Now, reach your right arm back. Reach the left arm forward. Reverse triangle. And sweep over. Hands on the inside of your foot. The left foot, knee down. Look forward first. Exhale, triangle. Ardha Hanumasana, half split. Place your foot. Move your knee if you need to. Send your shin in, hand on the inside of your foot. Reach the right arm up and then over the ear. Inhale, reach. Exhale, your hand to the inside. Turn your foot out again. Hands on the other side. Keep your right knee slightly bent. Press into the floor. Lift that foot up in downward facing dog. So look forward between your thumbs. Set your knees down. If you have a blanket on the mat, move that out of the way. And let's come forward onto your mat all the way. So find your space. And we're going to come into Salambhasana. So arms forward and put your forehead down. Put the top of your feet on the floor. And then sweep the arms to your sides. Put your forehead down. Palms facing down. You can press into the hands. Now lift your head, lift your chest, and then lift the hands. So shoulders back, abs in, contracting, supporting your back, strengthening your back extensor muscles. Then try to lift your legs, right and left, up, lift, hovering over the floor, reaching your hands, palms facing rear, shoulders away from the ears. Good. Now sweep the arms forward, similar to what we did before in the beginning. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows up. Inhale and reach. Arms to your sides. Keep the legs up, and then put your palms down and lower your body. Head to the floor. Turn your head to the left. So first, lengthen your legs away from you. So really stretch them as long as they'll go. Put your forehead down, then lift your chest, palms on the floor. So you're gazing down the bridge of the nose. Don't look forward across the floor, just down the bridge of the nose so you don't hurt your neck. Now this time lift your legs, thighs up, hands up, reaching your arms forward. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows up. Inhale and reach. And bring the hands hovering, turn your palms facing up, hover the lower back, lift the legs. Inhale. Exhale, let's do that one more time. Inhale, reaching the arms up, over, and then behind your head, elbows up. Look down the bridge of the nose. Inhale, reach. Abs in. And then turn your palms, hovering over the lower back. Good. Extend the fingers, arms to the sides, and then lower. Turn your head to the right. Now lift your head. Bring your left forearm onto the floor, and then you can kind of press into the forearm in the palm. And then bend your right knee and grab your right foot. Can you do that? And just give your quad a nice little stretch right there. Shoulders up, breathing. Now let your foot go. Let's change sides. So reach your arms, and so your chest can be on the floor right here. And now put the right forearm down, palm on the floor. Lift your chest by pressing into the forearm. Press your right foot into the floor. Bend your left knee, reach back and grab your foot, giving your quad a stretch. Breathe. Good, now let that go. So do that again. So that's the modification, coming up into upward bow pose. So forearm and then reach, or look down first at the mat, lift your head, look down the bridge of the nose, lift your chest, then look down the bridge of the nose. Bend both knees. Take a breath in, lift the thighs, and reach back simultaneously to grab your feet. And then look forward, move the shoulders back and away from the ears, abs in. Push your feet into your hands to lift the thighs up a little bit higher. Your toes are pointing. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your legs closer together. Breathing in. And breathing out. 3, 2, 1. And then slowly lower. Bring your forearms in front of you, underneath your forehead, and put your forehead down. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Push into the mat. Lift up your body into child's pose. So separate your knees. Bring your big toes together. Reach your arms. Let's do more of a supported child's pose. Bring your thighs underneath you and lower your belly over the thighs. Reaching your arms. Put your forehead down if you can. If you need to, you can stack your hands and put your forehead down. And then lift up all the way. Slide your knees up underneath you, cross your ankles and sit behind your heels. Reach your legs forward. And sitting up tall. So legs straight out in front. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh and sit up tall. So we're first going to we're going to stretch in a seated position. We'll have an arm balance from here. But starting off, foot on the inner thigh, turn your body towards the leg that's extended straight, and then lower your belly towards that thigh. Hands right here on the side of your legs. Maybe you reach down further towards your heel. Breathe in, and then exhale, lower your chest towards the thigh. Press this calf into the floor, and then maybe you can reach your hand on the outside, the right hand on the outside of the left foot, and grab the foot. And you'll just use that as resistance to pull or bring your body closer to the thigh. Inhale and lift. Bring your right knee in and set this right foot on the other side of your knee. Keep this leg straight, or lift up your right hip and then bring the left heel over to the right side. But don't sit on the heel. It's on the outside of the hip over here. And then reach the left arm up. The right foot's pressing into the floor. And then grab your leg and pull it into your body and twist. Fingertips behind the head, behind the hip. And use that leverage of pushing into the floor to turn more. Then Draw the leg into your body, adding that bind. Keep your sitting bones on the floor. So that's your grounding. That's the placement for alignment for your hips as you twist the body. Maybe you turn the elbow or the palm out so your elbow comes to the outside of your knee. Breathing in and breathing out. Draw the shoulder back as you exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Start to look forward and extend both legs out straight. Bring your left foot to the inner thigh. Sitting up on your sitting bones, looking across the right leg, the leg that's extended. Turn just slightly so that whenever you lower, you're centered more over the leg. Breathe in. And then exhale and walk your hands more. Press your calf into the floor. Keep your heel on the floor. And then maybe bring the hand on the outside of the leg and grab your foot. Inhale, and then exhale and lower. Breathe in, breathe out. So lengthen as you exhale. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, lift your body, slide your hands in, bring this knee in, place this foot on the other side of your right leg. Sit up on your sitting bones first. So find the sitting bones and then keep this leg extended or bring the heel over to the glute. So if your hip is lifted up when you get your heel over to the side, then you probably need to keep the right leg extended. So this is just hip flexibility, hip opening. Reach your right arm over across the leg. So bind, pull that leg in, reach your fingers behind the hip, press into the fingertips and look over your shoulder. Breathing in and out. With this twisting position, your breath is constricted or breathing is slightly constricted. So smooth out your breathing, calming the body. Now place the elbow on the outside of your knee and turn your palm facing rear. Draw the shoulder back. Press your fingertips into the floor. Good, now look forward. Bring the foot on the other side of your leg. Bring your other foot, so feet flat on the floor, hands behind, and just lean back. Tip your knees to the right and then to the left. So my feet are a little wider so that it's easier to lean the knees in. If your feet are closer together, it's a little harder. Not as quite as much hip opening or lower back opening. So then start to look forward and walk your hands in and come up onto your heels. If you need to put your blanket underneath your heels, do that. Otherwise, right here. And reach your arms and stretch them forward. Lift up your heels. So your arms stretch forward. Wiggle your feet in just a little bit closer. So my knees are really pressing into the outside edges of my arms. So that's where my arms are going to be. So see how high they are? They're up at my armpits. So when you come up into crane pose, you want to try, once you get your balance, once you figure that out, then you want to try to extend and straighten your arms as much as possible. But your back is rounded like a cat. Now lift up your hips. So my knees are sliding just slightly more underneath behind my arms. And then I'm going to lean in and lift my right foot and just practice and see where I am with that. And then my left foot, see how comfortable that is. And then set it down. And then maybe reposition, sitting back on my heels again. You can also stay here in Malasana if you don't want to try to come into crow pose or crane pose. But listen to my cues. Hands right here on the floor. Extend it out, your arms extended straight. Then lift up your knees, or lift up your hips. Your knees go behind your arms and lift your heels. Look forward, gaze forward, and then lift your feet up off the mat. 5 breaths.
And then set your feet down. Beautiful job. Hands to the mat. Lift up your hips, folding over. Relax the shoulders. Reach for your elbows and hang right here like a rag doll. Sweep the arms to the left side and then the right side. Left side and then the right side. Now release the elbows, hands to the mat. Walk your hands forward, bend your knees. Turn your heels in towards each other just slightly. Reaching the arms. You can practice lifting one foot at a time, or one more time, round your back so your abs are engaged. Lean forward, lift your feet up. 5 breaths. And then set your feet down. Beautiful job. Folding over your legs. Half lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale and let's stand. One more time. Inhale and reach the arms, hands to the heart. All right, so now separate your feet wider. Sit down, sink down into Malasana. Elbows on the inside of your knees, hands to your heart. And then sink down behind your heels and come down to the mat. All the way down. So if you have a block, you can use a block right here. We're gonna do bridge pose, not wheel pose, unless you wanna do wheel pose. If you've got that in your practice, you're more than welcome to do that. But bridge pose in a supported posture, if you use a block. So you can turn the block this height or this height, so the lower height. I find that for my supported bridge pose, I like to have it on the lower height, so you would slide the block underneath your sacrum, so not your waistline, below the waistline on the sacrum. So if it feels awkward, it's probably in the wrong place, and just move it. Then you're gonna lift up your right shoulder and draw that shoulder underneath, and then your left shoulder and draw that shoulder underneath. So the back of your head is on the floor comfortably. So you're not resting on the back and the neck. You're actually on the shoulders. So similar to like if we came up into shoulder stand, you would need space. We'd probably we would prop towels or blankets underneath the shoulders. So similar, neck is off of the floor. Very important point. Bring your right knee into your chest, extend the right leg up straight. Flex your foot. Now lower your right heel to the floor. And so you're getting that hip flexor stretch on the right side. Keep your toes pointing straight up. Bring your hands to your sides, palms on the floor, close your eyes. Again, if this is not enough, if you have a block underneath your hip, you can move it to the higher height. If you have no block underneath you, then you're holding right here in bridge pose, and then lift the right leg up, and then bend your knee. And now let's do the other side. So if you're in supported bridge pose, place your right foot on the floor and then lift the left leg up straight. And then if you've got your body supported, you can lower your heel. Otherwise here with your leg up in bridge pose with the leg straight up. Breathe in, breathe out, keep pressing into the foot that's on the floor. And then exhale, bring your foot down, lift your hips higher, lift your hips off the block if you're supported, both feet on the floor. And then slowly lower all the way down. Lower back on the floor, separate your blades. Bring your right ankle onto your left knee. And then we're gonna do the supine pigeon pose. Reach your hands around and grab your hamstring. Pull the leg in, press the right knee away, flex your feet. Good. Now lower back on the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Pull the leg in a little bit more, press the knee away.
And now place the left foot on the floor. Bring your arms out to your sides. You can bend the elbows or keep the arms straight. Let the knees drop over to the right side. So keep the ankle on the knee. And then you'll turn your gaze over to the right. Pull your lower back or draw the lower back towards the floor. The insole of the left foot is on the floor. The inside of your foot. Good. And breathe. Close your eyes. So we're cooling down, winding down. We'll have a minute of Shavasana before you get on with the rest of your day. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale and lift. All the way up. Lower back on the floor comfortably. And set your feet on the floor. Or the right foot on the floor, left ankle at right knee. Now lift the right foot up, reach around and grab the hamstring, pull that leg in, flex your feet, shoulders on the floor. Press the knee away. Set your right foot on the floor. Bring your arms out to your sides and then tip the knees over to the left side. Pull your abs in so the lower back pulls towards the floor. Turn your head the opposite direction of your knees. Begin to lift your legs and bring the knees into your chest. Feet facing the ceiling. Grab your big toes. Happy baby. So elbows on the inside of your knees, rock side to side. Pull those knees in towards your shoulders a little bit more, but keep your lower back on the floor. And then release. Bring your right leg out to the mat, along the mat. The heel comes towards the corner. And then your left, heel comes towards the left corner. Reach your arms to your sides, palms facing up. And close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the back of your head. Place your head comfortably, and then your shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Relax your hips. And each leg, each arm. 5 breaths, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale it out through the nose. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the nose. Deepen your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale it out through the nose. And the last breath, inhale. Open your mouth and exhale. Bring your feet to the floor and tip your knees side to side. And then roll over to your side and take a moment to rest your head onto your arm, on your arm. Bend your knees, pull them into your body. And breathe in. And breathe out. Press your hand into the mat and lift your shoulders, your head, your body up to a seated position. And bring your hands to your heart. Edge of the thumbs to the heart. And then bring the edge of the hands, the thumbs to your mind's eye. In thanks and in gratitude, I bow my practice to your practice. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again. Please leave your comments or questions, and don't forget, tomorrow I'll have a Zoom meeting at 1 o'clock. I'll pose some questions for you to think about before our Zoom meeting. So the Zoom meeting is just 30 minutes, and it's just an opportunity to see each other and answer any questions, a Q&A, all right? So that's tomorrow again, Wednesday at 1 o'clock Central Time. And then tomorrow is boot camp and strength with weights at 7:30. Strength with weights, 7:30 Central Time. Super good class before doing boot camp. Nice strengthener if you have dumbbells. A nice way to build strength. So join me for that. If you haven't, you'll just have to ask to join, and I'll give you the information, okay? So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again. Bye.